Good morning, friends, and welcome to Novo Medisciences. Today, we will learn about vaccines and science behind Nexapox. As you know, blood is a liquid connective tissue. Four functions of blood are: blood is useful in transportation of oxygen from lung to whole body, transportation of nutrition from intestine to whole body, and transportation of waste material from whole body to kidney for filtration. Apart from this, blood is also responsible for immunity of our body. So for the classification of blood is concerned, blood is having two components. 45% of blood is blood cell and 55% is the liquid part called plasma. Blood cells, there are three types of blood cells: RBC, red blood cell, also called as erythrocyte; WBC, white blood cell, also called as leukocyte; and platelets called thrombocytes. RBC, red blood cell, is responsible for oxygen transportation. WBC, white blood cell, is responsible for our body's immunity, and platelets or thrombocytes are useful in blood clotting. So for the plasma is concerned, 90% of plasma is water, and in 10% there are protein: serum albumin, serum globulin, and serum fibrinogen. Now come to immunity. Immunity is our body's ability to fight with pathogen. And we have two types of immunity: innate immunity, which is given by our parents, which is there by birth. So innate immunity is a general immunity which we have by birth and which we have got from our parents, while acquired immunity, also called as adaptive immunity, is the immunity which your body has developed. And this acquired immunity is specific to that pathogen. Acquired immunity is further divided into two types: natural acquired immunity and artificial acquired immunity. Natural acquired immunity means whenever any pathogen attack your body, like virus and bacteria, and your body develops antibody against that pathogen and you become immune, that is called natural acquired immunity. On the other hand, if you take vaccine and because of vaccine your body develops immunity, that is the example of artificial acquired immunity. My dear friends, natural and artificial acquired immunity are further divided into two subtypes: active natural, passive natural, active artificial, and passive artificial. What is the difference? Active natural immunity means when virus or bacteria attacking the body, your body is developing antibody. That is the example of active natural. But sometime what happens, mother's body will develop immunity, and through breast milk the child also will get the immunity. That is the example of passive natural acquired immunity. On the other hand, artificial immunity, when you get a vaccine and because of your vaccine your body is developing antibody, that is called active artificial immunity. But sometimes some people are unable to develop immunity because of the low immunity power. In those cases, doctors will do the plasma therapy so that any other person's antibody will be given to him so that he will also get the immunity. And that plasma therapy comes under passive artificial immunity. So this is all about immunity, my dear friend. Apart from immunity, what we should know is what happens, how our body develops immunity. Any pathogen, that is harmful bacteria and virus, is called pathogen. Whenever any harmful bacteria and virus enter our body, they are called antigen. So antigen is nothing but any harmful bacteria or virus entering our body is called antigen. This antigen will be identified and captured by antigen presenting cell. So antigen presenting cells are available in our blood. Whenever any pathogen will enter, this antigen presenting cell will identify and capture that antigen, they will take it to T cell, T helper cell. T helper cell will take it to B cell or B lymphocyte. Now, B lymphocyte will develop antibody against that antigen. So, what is antibody? Antibody is a Y-shaped protein produced by B lymphocyte against that antigen. And one important thing to mention is the structure of the antibody will be Y-shaped, but the antigen binding site will be actually resembling the antigen, so that this antibody will attach to the antigen, and this attachment is called antigen antibody complex, and this will develop immunity in our body. So my dear friends, keep in mind the structure of the antigen is very important element for developing a very good amount of antibody. Now, what is vaccine? Vaccines are attenuated antigenic preparation. So vaccine is not a medicine or chemical. Vaccines are the antigen or same virus which causes disease. That same virus is attenuated. What is the attenuation? Attenuation is a process of weakening the virus to remove the pathogenic property of the virus. So antigen will remain, but the pathogenic property or disease causing property of the virus will be removed, and these attenuated antigens are called vaccine. So when we give vaccines, because of the antigen, your body will develop antibody and you will become immune, but because there is no pathogenic property, you will not get the disease. That is what is vaccine. Attenuation, as I told, is a process of weakening the virus by passaging. Now, once the vaccine is ready, we need to convert this solution into dry powder, and that is called lyophilization. So lyophilization is a process of converting the solution into dry powder. And how do we do it? We remove the water content by giving it to minus 60 degrees centigrade, and through vacuum pressure removing the water content, and this dry powder then will be transported from factory to warehouse to distributor to the doctor's chamber. Now doctor, before injecting this injection, he will convert this dry powder into solution by dissolving in the distilled water, and that is called reconstitution. So reconstitution is a process of dissolving the dry powder in water, so that again it will become a solution and doctor will be able to inject it. So this is all about the vaccines. Now in Naxipox, what we call it, the science behind Naxipox is, as you know, the antigenic structure is very important. In Naxipox, we give a Trehalose protection to the antigen. What is Trehalose? Trehalose is a disaccharide covering two sugar molecule. Trehalose is a disaccharide covering to the antigen, and because of this protective cover during lyophilization and during reconstitution, the antigenic structure will not be changed, will not be damaged, so that it will ensure, Trehalose protection will ensure 100% antigenic delivery into the body. When 100% antigen will be delivered, 100% antibody will be developed, and antigen antibody complex will be proper. Your patient will get 100% immunity. On the other hand, other vaccines without Trehalose protection, there is a high chance that during lyophilization or during reconstitution, shape of the antigen may change. If by any chance shape of the antigen changes, then this antigen will not be able to attach to the antibody, and antigen antibody complex will not be proper, and the potency of the vaccine will go down. That is the problem with the other vaccines. And our vaccines, because of this Trehalose protection, ensures 100% antigenic delivery and 100% potency. On the other hand, there are 3-4 more benefit of Trehalose. The first benefit is thermostability. Because of the Trehalose protection, our vaccine Naxipox is stable in room temperature. So by default, by mistake, is sometimes the vaccine is not maintained, the cool chain of 2 to 8 degrees centigrade is not maintained. Then also efficacy of our vaccine will not go down. On the other hand, breakthrough varicella is occurrence of chickenpox after vaccination. We can say it failure of vaccination. Breakthrough varicella chances is 0% with Naxipox 2 doses, 5.08% with GSK brand, that is Verlirix, and 9 to 14% with the MSD brand, that is Veripet. That is what is our talking point. And last but not least, vaccine effectiveness, ability of vaccine to prevent from chickenpox in real life situations. That vaccine effectiveness is 91.4% with Naxipox, just 70% with the GSK brand, and 81% with the Veripet, that is MSD brand. So my dear friend, Trehalose protection is going to ensure that our vaccine is protected, and also the antigenic structure will not be changed. Last but not least, because of this Trehalose, stability of our vaccine is very good, and self-life of our vaccine Naxipox is 3 years, that is 36 months, as compared to 2-year self-life of GSK and MSD brand. So these are the talking points we need to communicate to the doctors. Thank you.